What is up, Diskarte fam? Welcome back to another episode of Diskarte with Mendy. My name is Mendy, and in this episode, we're gonna talk about how to start building wealth. Paano nga ba yumaman, Mendy? And guys, let's be real here. In a span of 10 to 12 to 14 minutes, I am, or anyone for that matter, will be unable to completely give you the keys to building wealth and use that automatically and use that to actually get rich. I believe that in order to build wealth, you've got to go through a lot of hoops, a lot of challenges, a lot of humps down the road, a lot of failures to be able to learn, to be able to pave your way towards success. And the key word there is pave, meaning gagawa ka ng sarili mong daan. There is no cookie cutter solution. No one can ever tell you exactly point per point how to get rich or how to build wealth. But there are a couple of rules that you might want to apply to yourself. And these rules come from, or methodologies, rules and methodologies come from other people that have seen success in their life, and they either write about it or they, say these things on interviews, or people write about what they did and interpret what they did into something scholastic. So tip number one is actually two things. Keep on learning, learn from other successful people, but also be careful who you listen to. And what I mean by that is pretty simple. There's a lot of people who like to talk the talk but can't actually walk the walk. So just be careful with who you listen to. But at the end of the day, get references. And so number two is building several streams of income. Kung nagulat ka pa dito, ewan ko na lang. Guys, fact, 65% of all millionaires have 3 or more streams of income. So ang explanation ko dito is probably something that you've heard before. This is not new. But if this is your first time and you haven't heard about them, the first one is earned income. It is your day job. This is what will enable you to build other sources of income. If you can go straight to business, by all means do that. If you go straight to business and then do a sideline, by all means do that. It's a no-brainer. Go out there and work. If it means you working 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line, it does not matter. You've got to have one main source of income in the beginning. Ideally though, if you're gonna get a day job, if you can, again, ideally lang to, if you can, find a job that is results-based. A majority of the results-based jobs, yes, are sales. Because in sales, syempre, you go out there, you do your thing, you don't have to clock in most of the time. And because you don't have a time in, time out, if you play your cards right, you can do a lot of things on the side while still performing. But if sales isn't your thing, then typically climbing the ladder is what will get you to initial riches or to a better source of income. And so once you've got earned income at nakaipon ka, then you can move on to the second source of income typically, which is building a business. And when it comes to building wealth sa business, dalawa lang yan. It's either you create a new solution, a brand new solution, or a brand new product that you know for a fact a lot of people will buy, or you improve on an existing solution or improve on an existing recipe. So you can pair your day job along with that business. Dun pa lang alam ko sobrang busy mo na. But if you can't build a business, then you can switch that with just doing a side hustle, which is working part-time. I've got a side hustles video. If you haven't seen it yet, please check it out here. You can pair your day job and then a side hustle. Tapos pag nakaipon ka na doing that, then you can build a business. You might even, be gutsy enough to be doing those three at the same time. And then after that, you can go in stocks, get dividend stocks. You can invest in your Pag-ibig MP2 and earn interest on that. Guys, my point is multiple sources of income is the way to go, especially in the time that we live in, where almost all of us are working from home. Almost all of us have that extra time. So if you are not building something on the side or are not doing anything on the side while working from home, I believe that you're doing it wrong. You're not giving yourself the opportunity to start building wealth. So ang dami ko sinabi, that was just number one. And now we move on to number two, and that is becoming financially literate. Guys, simple fact lang yun. If you don't know how to manage your money, if you have no strategy around your money, wala kang diskarte pagdating sa handling your money, and you want to build wealth, that just doesn't add up, guys. That just doesn't add up. You have to know how to take control of your finances, because if not, then you won't understand your cash flow. You don't understand how money operates generally. And how do you do that? There's a lot of sources online. Maybe get a mentor, maybe get a financial advisor. I'm pretty sure you've got a friend that is a financial advisor that would be happy to teach you. But guys, this is very, very important, because again, you can have several sources of income. But if you don't know your cash flow, if you don't know how to play your cards right, cards meaning money right, it just doesn't make sense. So being financially literate, I believe, is a very good way to begin building your wealth. And obviously, one of the biggest reasons why you want to become financially literate is to be able to optimize your savings. Like I said in my other video, you want to save on the right things. And once you actually are financially literate and understand how to engineer your money, you can then optimize your saving, because at the end of the day, you want to save, and this is number 3, you want to save with the intent of investing. As a matter of fact, you have to invest immediately. Invest saan? Invest sa stocks. Again, Pag-ibig MP2, any money market. Ang daming ways to invest money, mutual fund, UITF. And on that, the idea is that you invest immediately, as fast as you can, as early in your career as you can, because the longer you have money invested, the better the outcome is down the road. The more time you have to let that money grow. I understand that markets can be volatile. And again, at the end of the day, if you are financially literate, you manage your risk and let your money flourish. Just a quick note, guys. Let me just show you the PSEI performance over the past couple of years. My point is, there's many ups and downs in any market, in any investment, but fact of the matter is, the data says that long holders, the people that understand the long game when it comes to investing money, wins. Which is why, going back, you want to invest as early as you can. And at number 4 is connecting with the right people. Simply put, networking. And no, I don't mean networking or MLM, but if you're doing that, no offense. But what I meant was building relationships with people that could potentially help you out with a business, building relationships with people who have good networks. Guys, you might find this weird or distorted or too social, but having the right network can get you so far with just a small capital. Understanding this is very crucial to building wealth. If you're antisocial, then this entire game of building wealth might not be for you unless you're a developer, an app developer, a designer, an artist. But actually, in all of those, network is still king, because it can mean having to go through a lot of challenges because you don't know this person and you're gonna have to go through that person to get that thing that you gotta get. It can mean you going through that versus just you knowing the right person and them introducing you to the right person. And yes, networking will require you to communicate. But kung hindi ka magaling mag-communicate, then start. Just start. Use this as a practice ground. You will improve your communication, which is very beneficial to you improving your business, you improving your job or your side hustle. And through networking, you can actually meet clients, potential clients, customers. You can keep a pulse on the market, understand your industry better. You can even get new ideas, get insight on trends, which otherwise you would not have had access to kung hindi ka nag-network. And guys, iba to sa social climbing ah. Get your head in the game, keep your eyes straight, focused on the goal, and make sure that it doesn't get you distracted from the fact that you're doing this to build your wealth. Tip number 5 is facing the fact that this is hard work. It's just fact, guys, na mahirap talaga to. Kung hindi to mahirap, edi lahat tayo sana mayaman na. The reason why that is number 5 is because I think that in the early days, it is essential to understand that building wealth is hard. It'll get you in the right mindset, a strong mindset that if you fail forward. If you make a mistake, you learn from that mistake and you move forward. I believe that the mindset game in building wealth in on itself is very hard. So it's hard work both mentally, physically, spiritually, but understanding that you come prepared. You come prepared to win, you come prepared to lose, you come prepared to conquer, you come prepared to do whatever it takes for you to get to where you want to be. And so that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're not subscribed yet, please do maybe even follow me on Instagram or TikTok. If you've got any questions, feel free to send me a DM. I'll be happy to help you out. And as I always say at the end of every episode, keep healthy, stay humble, and appreciate the small things. My name is Mendy, and this has been Diskarte with Mendy.